Good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss about hydroxides of 13th group. Okay, in the yesterday class you have to write, in the yesterday class video you have to write the balanced equation, that is thallium oxide when treated with H2SO4, it gives rise to thallium sulfate and H2O. Okay, where thallium source plus 3 oxidation state. This 3 is the oxidation state of thallium, 2 is the oxidation state of here sulfate charge. Okay, so here it is 3H2O and 3H2SO4. Okay, modified this equation as so. Here how many thalliums here we have? 2, here 2. How many hydrogens? 6, here 6. Sulfurs 3 here we have, here also 3 we have, and oxygen 3, 3 4 is 12, 15, and here 3, 3 4 is 12, 15. Okay, it is the balanced equation. Now this reaction shows that this is acid, am I right? So now it acts as base. Thallium oxide is a strong base, okay? This is the balanced equation regarding this concept, okay? So, and today topic is in the 13th group, hydroxides of 13th group elements. Hydroxides of 13th group elements. Okay, this is the topic. So now what are 13th group elements? 13th group elements are, before going to discuss about this, here we have third A group or 13th group elements: boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. Am I right? So this is the top, this is the bottom. Now it is a group, am I right? Group, top to bottom. Okay, is it clear? Now hydroxides means the compounds have OH minus group. So OH minus group is called as hydroxyl group. Now this OH minus is a anion, am I right? It is a anion. Anion means negative charge. So we call it as hydroxyl ion. So generally the compounds which gives OH minus in aqueous medium is called bases. That means basic in nature. Because because they release OH minus ion in water. Okay, so according to Arrhenius concept, the compounds which gives OH minus ion when dissolved in water we call as bases. Generally the compounds which process OH group, they act as basic in nature. Remember this. Now I would like to discuss about hydroxides of 13th group elements here. Okay, hydroxides 13th group elements. See, already we discussed about basic nature of oxides yesterday. Some of act as acids, some of amphoteric, some of the bases like that. Now what about hydroxides of 13th group? These 13th group elements are formed hydroxides. Let's see what type of hydroxides they formed here. So MOH taken thrice or XOH taken thrice, hydroxides. So where M or X is equals 13th group elements, that is maybe boron, aluminium, gallium, indium or thallium. Okay, is it clear? So where M or X means 13th group elements. Okay, let's see. MOH taken thrice, am I right? Clear? That means oxidation state of M here, that is 13th group elements. How many M here? X. How many hydroxides we have? 3. Hydroxide carries -1 charge, that is equals 0. There is no charge here, so equal to 0. Oxidation state of this M is taken as X plus how many hydroxides we have? 3. Hydroxide process -1 charge, okay. Now what is the charge? -1. How many hydroxides here we have? 3. So 3 into -1. Is there any charge on the molecule here? So no. So total equals to 0. Now X is the oxidation state of this M, that is 13th group elements. It may be boron, aluminium, gallium, indium or thallium. Now it has 3 hydroxides group. Now oxidation state of this M is X plus 3 into how many OH minus 3. So each one carries -1 charge. So total equals 0. If is there any charge, we equal to that charge. Okay. So now X equals how much, ma? Here X equals plus 3. Okay, plus 3. That means boron plus 3, aluminium plus 3, gallium plus 3, indium plus 3, thallium plus 3. Am I right? Now these ions interact with OH minus, suppose. OH minus. Minus means -1. Okay. They form hydroxides. Hydroxides means exchange the charges as superscript like this. That means B1OH taken thrice. Am I right? This superscript as subscript of this boron and this superscript as subscript of OH minus. Boron trihydroxide. Am I right? No need to write 1 here. That means it means 1 is there. Boron trihydroxide. Okay. And next come to here aluminium trihydroxide. Am I right? Aluminium trihydroxide. Come to here gallium trihydroxide. Am I right? And come to here indium trihydroxides and thallium trihydroxide. Tri means 3. Now do you have an idea? Now these are all in the form of, now we can also write these as how many hydrogens here? 3. That means H3. How many borons? 1 boron. How many oxygens? 3. H3 BO3. Both are same. H3 O3 B. H3 BO3. Boric acid we call it is. Boric acid. Remember this. Boric acid. Okay. Now same here also like this. H3AlO3. This one is also H3GaO3. Multiply. Here OH means 1, 1. 3, O3. Here it is only 1, B. It is separate. Am I right? These 3 is only for OH. Okay. And come to here. H3 indium O3. And come to here. H3 thallium O3. Here mostly we discussed about this compound, very important. Okay. So this one or this one both are same. Remember this. Okay. These are the hydroxides of 13th group element. Now these are in the form of MOH taken thrice or not? Where M is 13th group element or not? 13th group. OH3 is common. OH taken thrice is common or not? Common. Is it clear, all of you? MOH taken thrice where M is 13th group element. Is it clear? In this form. That already I told that. Okay. So now we'll discuss about basic or acidic strength of these hydroxides. These are all hydroxides. Am I right? Clear? So now suppose this one is like, this structure is like, this is the boron. Okay. We have 3 hydroxides group, OH, OH, OH. Am I right? Clear? Which hybridization it is? sp2 hybridization. Triangular shape. Triangular shape. Okay, remember this. B is the central atom. It undergoes sp2 hybridization. It has 3 OH groups. Okay, what is the hybridization of this boron? sp2 hybridization. Okay, is it clear? So now we go for next in this. Compare the acidic and basic strength of hydroxides of 13th group elements. Let's see. The first one, boron trihydroxide or H3BO3 is a weak acid. Okay, and the remaining one, aluminium hydroxide and gallium hydroxides are amphoteric hydroxides. Okay, amphoteric means these act as acids and also base. These act as acid and also base. Next one, indium trihydroxide and thallium trihydroxide. These are bases, strong bases. Okay, strong bases. From top to bottom, acid, amphoteric, bases. That means what we conclude here? From top to bottom, basic nature increases. That means these are the weak acid, this one, the remaining one amphoteric, and these are the strong base. That means basic nature increases from top to bottom and acidic nature is decreases. Okay, remember this. Basic nature increases. Okay, now write the question. Write the question. I will explain why is basic nature is increases. Why H3BO3 is a weak acid, am I right? But it has OH. I told you that it acts as a base, am I right? If any compound consists of OH, it acts as base. But here it is a weak acid. Okay. So what is the reason? Why these R becomes very strong bases? Thallium trihydroxide. Why these are act as bases? Okay. That I will explain. From top to bottom, basic nature increases. Now write the question. Write the basic strength order of hydroxides of 13th group elements. 13th group elements. So now which one is correct one? That means order basic strength. So which one has highest basic strength? Thallium hydroxide. Thallium hydroxide, am I right? And then indium hydroxide, and then gallium hydroxide. These almost all amphoteric, both are act as acid and bases also, am I right? Aluminium trihydroxide and least one B2 BOH taken thrice, am I right? BOH taken thrice. Okay, clear? Basic strength is increases, okay, from top to bottom. Remember this. So this is the strong base. Strong base. Strong base. Okay. Is it clear, ma, up to? Then my question is why H3BO3 or BOH taken thrice is acidic. Why H3BO3 boric acid is acidic in nature, even it consists OH minus group. Okay, so let's see. BOH taken thrice. Solution, explanation for this reason. Okay, BOH taken thrice interact with water when dissolved in water. When dissolved, this is the water, am I right? It's make a interaction with this boron. Okay, make a interaction with boron. Okay, now these are electrons, am I right? Bond electron, am I right? Okay. So due to high electronegativity of oxygen, high electronegativity of oxygen, these electrons shifted towards oxygen, then it lose its electron. In these two electrons, one is for hydrogen, one is for oxygen actually. Now due to high electronegativity of oxygen, high electronegativity means the tendency of attract the electron pair towards. So if a particular atom has high electronegativity, then it attracts the bond pair electrons. These are the bond pair electrons. Why? Because these are presented bond. So in this reason, this H plus is away from H2O. Okay, that means here it becomes as OH minus and H plus, am I right? So this arrow represents minus, OH minus, and it is removed as H plus. Okay, clear? This is happened here. These electrons migrate towards oxygen due to high electronegativity. Okay, we call it is, and this bond is breakdown or not? Break this OH bond in water. Okay, that we call it is rupture of OH bond in H2O. It produces H plus with little tendency, not very much high. So a few quantity of H pluses are released, not very much high. So not number of H plus are not released here. A few quantity of H plus ions are released. So why H plus ion released here? So now this bond electron shifted towards oxygen, it becomes OH minus. This arrow direction gives minus. Okay, this arrow direction gives minus. Now this lose its electron and it converted as H plus. Okay, proton, H plus we call it is. Now okay, now what happened here? Reversible this one. Now how many hydroxides here we have? 3. Now this OH minus combined with this compound. Now it is BOH taken 4, am I right? And we represents with minus this. We represents with minus. Why? Because one minus is added here. BOH taken thrice and one OH is added, that is BOH taken 4, and this minus shows here. So represents this square. This is called complex anion. So this square bracket represent is a critical complex. Complex anion. Okay, clear? And what about the remaining one here? Remaining one is H plus. H plus is released. That means in the solution H plus concentration is increased, am I right? The solution consists H plus. H plus means it is the symbolic for acidic nature. So due to H plus, the solution becomes acidic in nature. Which nature? Acidic in nature. Which nature, ma? Acidic in nature. Is it clear up to? So why BOH taken thrice is act as acid in aqueous medium? It release H plus in this manner. So solution becomes acidic in nature. Now is it greater extent or a few quantity of H plus are released here? Few quantity of H plus are released. So weak acid. So it is weak acid. So little tendency. Rupture means breakdown. Here. The bond breakdown. OH bond is break. So H3BO3 is a weak acid. Okay, is it clear, ma? Now this is 13th group element, am I right? We can also write this like this. Remember this in JEE we have it. M OH taken for minus 1. What is the hybridization of M here? sp3 hybridization, remember this, and it is a shape of this molecule or ion is tetrahedral shape, tetrahedral shape or tetrahedral shape, remember this. Okay, what is the hybridization? sp3. Okay, so sp3 hybridization means tetrahedral shape, we call it is, remember this. So this is the bit here, and so now do you have an idea? Did you get the clarity regarding this? Why actually it acts as base, but in aqueous medium it shows acidic in nature, am I right? Clear? Why? So when it is interact with water, what happened my here? It's make a bond. This OH bond is break down and H plus is released. This OH minus interact with this here. So when solution consists H plus, what happen? It is in acidic nature. So weak acid. Why? Because little tendency of H plus releasing here. Okay, clear? Very good. Now in that here, what is the compound we have? BOH taken for minus. Okay, now it is interact with base, suppose NaOH base. That means what is the nature of this one? Slight acidic nature. Okay, base. Now it gives this OH minus here, Na plus OH minus clear? Na plus OH minus, it is a strong base. Okay, this OH minus is removed, minus means removed, eliminated. Okay, now this Na plus interact with this minus complex, that means Na, what about this one? BOH taken for. Okay, is it clear everyone? This minus interact with this plus become neutral. Okay, here also sp3 hybridization for it. Okay, remember this. If concentration of H3BO3 is or BOH taken thrice is high in the solution, is high in the solution, it is also reversible, remember this. Okay, so further one more thing is happened here in this. Let's see. Suppose in this compound, it loses 2H2O. Suppose it gives NaBO2. So later we will discuss about this compound also, and further NaBO2. We call it is sodium metaborate. Sodium metaborate, remember this. Okay, sodium metaborate. If H3BO3 concentration is very high, that means more quantity of boron trihydroxide or boric acid is added into the water, then what happened in this case? Let's see. It gives in this case it gives polymeric metaborates. Okay, polymeric metaborates. That means this H3BO3, this H3BO3 gives rise to H3O plus and H2O plus B3O3 OH taken 4 minus, here we consider 3 moles, okay, 3 moles. This one is called as polymeric, means if you consider 3, if more number of 3 or 6, 7 like that, these type of molecules are formed here, okay, remember this. This is called polymeric metaborate. Suppose this is interacting with the sodium, it gives Na. Suppose it is interacting with like this, the sodium is combined here, Na, it is neutral, am I right? B3O3OH4 Na, okay, we call it as polymeric metaborate. Is it clear, ma? Suppose this NaOH interact with this one, this sodium combined here, Na plus and minus, what happened? 0, okay, remember this. Now this is the polymeric metaborate, we call it is, here we take in 3, am I right? 3 moles. Here we consider 3 moles, am I right? So in this we call as trimeric. 3 means trimeric metaborate. Trimeric metaborate. If we take number of molecules, it is called as polymeric. Poly means number of. Here we consider 3. So it is this structure I will explain now, okay? Let's see the structure of this one. B3O3 OH taken 4 minus, okay, is it clear, ma? This structure is like this. We have 3 boron atoms here. 3 boron. How many oxygens, ma, here? We have clearly 3 oxygens. Arrangement is like this, okay. Now these are the bonds between boron and oxygens, okay, clear. Now how many hydrogens here we have? 4 hydrogens. And what about this one? Remaining one we have 4. In this one is with coordinate covalent bond, another one is with normal, and this is the structure of this compound, okay. Suppose it is interact with the sodium like this, okay. So trimeric metaborate, what we call it is trimeric. That means 3 H3BO3 are interact, 3 H3BO3, so it is called trimeric. Trimeric metaborate. Trimeric metaborates, okay, clear, man? Remember this. Suppose in the option he give like this, okay, so that means trimeric formation takes place. So now what is the reason for acidic nature of H3BO3? It gives H plus when dissolved in water, so it is act as weak acid. Is it clear, ma? Actual 13th group hydroxides are bases now actually, but what is the reason for getting acidic nature of H3BO3? So when dissolved in water, it release mild quantity of H plus, so it is in acidic nature. Remember this. The remaining two are that is AlOH taken thrice and GaOH taken thrice are amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric in nature. So these compounds can able to react with acids and also bases. Okay. Why? Because amphoteric. Next one, thallium hydroxides and indium hydroxide. Indium hydroxide. These both are basic in nature, am I right? Basic in nature. Basic in nature. Why? What is the reason? What is the reason for basic nature of these compounds? Let's see. So from top to bottom, size of 13th group ions increases, am I right? Top to bottom. That means B plus 3, aluminium plus 3, gallium plus 3, indium plus 3, thallium plus 3. From top to bottom, size increases. So bigger size, smaller size. Okay. Size increases from top to bottom. These are the bigger ion. Okay. So remember this point. That is the one of the reason to show the basic nature. To show the basic nature. Is it clear? Let's see. So when what happened, these compounds are dissolved in water. This is the one of the reason. Size increases to show the basic nature. Okay. So is it clear, up to everyone? All of you? Let us take, this is HOH, am I right? HOH. Now it is interact with thallium hydroxide, suppose. Thallium hydroxide. Okay. Now this formation is like this. Thallium OH taken thrice. Thallium, this is the formation. Okay. Coordination bond we call it is. This electron donate to this. Okay. Now it has a bond, am I right? Bond, clear? So now from here what happened? This thallium OH taken twice, or simple before going to discuss about this one. It is thallium OH taken twice, and it is becomes plus by the loss of OH minus, we can represent like this. That means now the solution consists which ions? Solution have OH minus. So now this compound release OH minus from this OH3. Okay. And by the loss of OH minus, we have to represent 1 plus here. Is it clear, ma? Plus. Instead of this minus, we have to show 1 plus. Why? Because OH minus is released from the compound. So we have to write 1 plus. Okay? Remember this. That means the solution consists OH minus, am I right? So that means, it means solution becomes more basic due to releasing of OH minus ions. So thallium hydroxide in basic nature. Is it clear, all of you, everyone? So this is the concept. Why thallium hydroxide is basic nature? Due to the release of OH minus. So that means here we have to discuss, there is no H plus, that means rupture or breakdown of OH minus in H2O is less possible, am I right? Almost all zero. There is no bond break here. If bond undergoes dissociation, it gives H plus, then it becomes acidic. But in this case, what happened? It unable to break down, unable to release H plus. Okay. But which ion is produced here? OH minus. Why? Due to the large size of thallium. Remember this. One more reason. Due to large size of thallium from top to bottom. From top to bottom. Is it clear? That is the reason why it shows basic in nature. So first one is clearly acidic, weak acid. Remaining two are amphoteric, and last one is basic in nature. Remember this. Okay. And finally we go for H3BO3, boric acid or H or B OH taken thrice. Clear? So now this structure as 3H plus BO3 minus. We can also write like this. Okay? BO3 minus. BO3 minus, and that means it is this can represent as BO 3H plus means we can represent here BO3 minus 3 also. Okay, 3 plus 3 minuses. Okay, remember this. Structure of this ion. It is a triangular. Which one? Triangular shape. Hybridization of this one is sp2. Remember this. sp2. Okay. Not here. In solid state, H3PO3 is a two-dimensional means 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional, you know. 2-dimensional means x-axis, y-axis. 2-dimensional polymeric sheet. Polymeric means number of same molecules are combined together one by one. Okay, number of molecules are accommodated together. Okay, that is called polymeric. So it is what type of polymeric? Two dimensional. Suppose if you take diamond, it is three dimensional, very complex, very hard. Okay, so now it is this in solid state is this two dimensional polymeric sheet we call it is. Okay, and very important point here, it shows hydrogen bonds also. It have hydrogen bonds in between oxygen and hydrogen. So let's see how it is happened. Is it clear? So now what is the formula? H3BO3, am I right? H3BO3. Now this is the hydrogen, and this one is also hydrogen, am I right? Suppose H3BO3. Now what type of interaction between these two? Okay. So this dotted line represents hydrogen bond. What is hydrogen bond? Here hydrogen having partial positive charge. It has positive charge, and oxygen have high electronegative atom. High electronegative means minus. So now interaction between electronegative and partially positive hydrogen, delta, we can represent like this. Okay, delta. The interaction between high electronegative atom and this partially positive hydrogen is called as hydrogen bond. So such type of hydrogen bonds are possible in H3BO3 we have. So when this molecule interaction with another one, we have such kind of bonds. Okay, remember this. So simple, you should remember H3BO3 in polymeric structure, in two-dimensional polymeric structure, it has hydrogen bonds. Remember this point. Okay. So here mainly we have to remember that is basic nature of 13th group hydroxide. That is the main important point. Okay, students. And tomorrow we will discuss that again with a new topic. Have a nice day. So write the notes neatly and write that balanced equation, which one I wrote in the initial. That is thallium oxide is interaction with H2SO4, it gives thallium sulfate, where thallium having +3 oxidation state, and it gives 3 moles of H2, 3 H2S. That is the balanced equation. Okay, write it that. Thank you very much.